Hi, my name is Emily. My favorite makeup today is my Kat Von D Alchemist palette, and today we're going to be talking about Empties. We're also going to be talking about my Back to Mac, which is a separate thing from my Empties because you have to keep that a lot longer. You got to collect 6 products in order to return it. And I'm going to show you a few items that I have taken out of the collection because they appear to have expired. So let's get started on my Empties. Now, the variety of things that I have, it tends to be mostly skincare and a lot of mascara. Those are the things I tend to go through the fastest. I don't think I've ever actually used an entire eyeshadow palette in my life. I'm not even sure I've managed really to hit pan on most things. I try my best. So the first thing we're going to talk about today are my Empties for skincare. So I have a number of those, though a lot of them are very similar. So the Sephora Avocado Sleeping Mask, this is nourishing and repairing. I have gone through, and keep in mind I've been saving some of these for a little while, mostly because, you know, you sort of have like a bin in your drawer where you throw in your empties so you can remember to keep track of what you're actually using and what you're not. And I just haven't emptied it in a little while. So I have used about 7 of these in the last couple of months. Now, they're technically a single-use product. As you can see, once you peel it open, you're going to get the gel out of there. I have one that's actually been recently opened so you can see what it looks like. It's sort of like a green goopy gel. I just sort of apply it all over my face at nighttime. Once I've opened it, I keep it in this little guy with all my other skincare. Since I am traveling a lot, I just close this up and take it with me. What else I'm using at the moment would be my Belif Moisturizing Eye Balm. This is a 100-point perk sample I got in my Sephora box recently, and I also keep my La Mer, the Moisturizing Soft Cream. So when they were having a fancy play box for VIBs, this cost 20 bucks in order to get a sample of 6 fancy things, including this little guy. And I went with it because I'd never actually tried it before. I do really like it. I don't use it on my whole face. It's very moisturizing, almost to the point of too moisturizing. It's really great if I have a dry patch for some reason, if my skin is irritated. And when I had a cold, I used this on my nose after blowing my nose all day. Oh, it was like magic the next morning. So this does pretty great. When I buy a full size, I hopefully never will have to because I'll never run out of this one. So I was using all of my Avocado sleeping masks. I've also tried some of the other ones. I have an Orchid, I have a Pearl, I have a Pomegranate. They all do different things. Apparently this is anti-aging and smoothing. This is anti-fatigue and energizing. I think the Pearl is perfecting and brightening. Do I see much of a difference between them? Not necessarily. The biggest difference is how they smell and the texture. These are all generally sort of like a gel, so they go on pretty easily. I do think they make a difference on my face. My face feels nice in the morning. I don't feel greasy. So I'm a big fan of them. I'll continue to repurchase unless I find something that I like better. But considering one of these little doodads is like $4, and, you know, I can get a couple weeks out of one of them, you know, it's fine. I'll just keep buying them for the time being. So next up, I used up a sample of this guy. This is the Belif Peat Miracle Revital Eye Cream. So I just pat this under my eyes at night, and I use this guy on the rest of my face. So this is a mini sample. This came in a kit. So it came with a full-size Aqua Bomb and I think some Hungarian Essence Water and another thing that I don't even remember if I have it. I think I gave it to my mom. So I used this up. I liked it. I thought it was a pretty good eye cream. I don't think it necessarily did anything. My biggest problem is like dark circles. I'm a little puffy. I feel like it made the under eye very moisturized. It made my makeup stick better the following day because again, my skin was just more moisturized. Do I think it was super amazing? No, not really. I mean, it was fine. I had just finished using this Estee Lauder Resilience Lift Firming and Sculpting Eye Cream. This is even more expensive, and this didn't do anything either. I mean, it also smelled nice. It had sort of like a whipped moussey texture to it, but I don't think it did anything. I'm still trying to find that magical eye cream that's going to make me look, you know, 10 years younger and had 20 more years of sleep. I have yet to find it, so I'm going to keep looking, but those are the 2 creams I was trying. So moving on from there, so what do we have next? So let's talk about primers. So I used up this little bitty size of the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is in the original flavor. I think this came in a set with something, probably like an all-nighter spray. This probably came in a duo with that at some point. So I've been trying to get through this forever. This takes forever to use. I'm aware that the little doodah on the back of it says you're supposed to use this within 6 months of opening it. that is certainly not the case with this. I'm sure this has been open for 2 years and it's never really changed in consistency or texture or scent or anything. It just still worked. It was great. So now I've finally just got to open my my big size that I had purchased months ago. So I'm finally using that. So love this, would definitely repurchase. Also, I had the Neutrogena Shine Control Primer. Raised Protein Complex. Now I bought this when we were doing the makeup for my wedding. So I bought this to go with my wedding and it was my 4th anniversary last week. So I've had this a long time and I don't need it anymore. I was gonna buy it again because I thought it was pretty good primer. I liked it. And then I looked it up and this is like a $19 primer. And this might make me a makeup snob, I'm sure that it does. But if I'm gonna spend $19 on a primer, I'm gonna go to Sephora and I'm gonna get like the travel size of something fancy, because again, these take forever to use up. Like I still hadn't used this up even in all this time. And I mean, I don't wear makeup every day, but like that's kind of crazy. So like I would not repurchase this. What else I have run out of? I used up a Smashbox Camera Ready BB Cream. This is in the color Light Neutral. So this is my go-to for any outdoor theater. Basically outdoors if I want to look really nice and I have to be outdoors. So I would use this if I had like to go to an outdoor wedding, because this has SPF 35 in it, so this is great. I applied this with my fingers. This I used up, we had a 6-week touring job, 7 hours away from home, and I used this up while we were away. So I bought a new one, and I'm getting one in the VIB sale just to make sure I have extra. So this is very good, I would repurchase, and as far as I know, Smashbox now is cruelty-free. So next up we have these Sephora mascaras. This is the Full Action Extreme Effect Mascara. I had it in purple and blue. If you can see the lids, that's the color that they were. I loved these mascaras. I thought they were great. They were inexpensive. You got a lot of product. My only complaint with these is that they don't really make them anymore. They've changed the packaging and they have a new version of the mascara that is still in color, though the colors are not exactly the same. The purple's not quite as deep as far as I can tell. This periodically does show up on the Sephora website only and occasionally on sale. So I did attempt to buy one about 2 months ago and I didn't get it. It sold out before my order got processed, but I tried again this week because the purple one showed up again. So I'm gonna try to get another one because this was really good mascara. Is this waterproof? No. Will it stay on all day? Pretty much. Do I love a colorful mascara? Absolutely. Black mascara for me, I wear it for theater and stuff, but I don't really wear it in normal life because it's more fun to do this, because why be boring? Not that black mascara is boring, it just can be boring for me. So I love these. I would repurchase, but it's unlikely I'm gonna get to repurchase them. All right, next mascara. We have the Too Faced Better Than Sex. This was a deluxe sample. I'm trying to think where I got this. I feel like I might have gotten it when Too Faced and Kat Von D did their collaboration. I bought some of that stuff. I don't remember if this mascara came with it, but I'm assuming that's where it probably came from. I wouldn't remember which one exactly. This mascara is okay. I find for me it gets clumpy pretty easily, and I just didn't think it looked that great on my face. It was fine. It's not waterproof. It's not the waterproof one anyway. I don't expect it to be, but it just didn't really stay on, and it dried out, so bye. Next one up, we have the Marc Jacobs. This is the Omega Lash. You know, I never actually noticed that this says O exclamation point Mega Lash Volumizer Mascara. Whether it says that on the mall all the time, that's what it says on this particular package. Now this I know came in some sort of point perk, and I believe it also came with an eyeliner, which I did use a lot, which was a pretty nice eyeliner, though I have since lost it and have no idea what happened to it. It wasn't as good as my Trooper Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D, but it was still a pretty good liner. This Blacker mascara, I like this a lot. My biggest problem with it is that it dried up within a month. So I wouldn't repurchase it. If I get a sample of it in something, or a mini size, or it's a 100-point perk, I probably would get it again, but I'm not going to pay full price for it because it dried up really fast. Onto a mascara that did not dry up really fast, we're going to look at the Tarte Gifted Amazonian Clay Smart Mascara. This stuff was awesome. I use this all the time. It just finally dried out on me. I found this one really accentuated my eyelashes without looking clumpy or fake. And it was a nice natural look for me, and I really enjoyed it. So I would repurchase this. I haven't yet, but I would once I have a lot of mascara to get through. Once I get down through some of my samples, I'd probably buy a full size of this, but I don't have time for it at the moment. And next we have the Lancome Definicils High Definition Mascara. Obviously all of these are in black. These are black mascaras. I think I got this in a kit with my mom. She gets, she's got some stuff from Lancome that she gets on a regular basis. I think it's like skincare related. And I used this because she didn't want it. It was fine. I don't remember it being particularly exciting, but similar to the Marc Jacobs, this dried out really fast. So that's the end of that. All right, next up, we are going to move on to highlighters. It's almost impossible to use up highlighters. So the only one I have managed to use up is this guy, which is the Benefit What's Up. It's mini size. I've also had this mini size for a really long time. There's like the teeny tiniest bit left, but frankly, like the product is a little hard and does not want to come off onto my face anymore. And this is pretty old. It still smells fine. It doesn't smell like anything as far as I can tell. But I'm not gonna be able to use the rest of it because it's basically dried itself out. So that's the end of that. Next up, we're gonna move on to lip products, of which I have several. Actually, hold on. No, next we're gonna move on to perfume. So obviously, I'm not going to be able to show you bottle after bottle of perfume I've run out of, but I will show you a sample size of a perfume that I did empty, and this is the Kat Von D Sinner. Now, Kat Von D is my favorite makeup brand. She has the aesthetic that I go for. I really like the bold colors that she uses in most of her products, and I love her liquid lipstick. I think it's amazing. So when she was coming out with this perfume, I know it previously launched earlier, but I had never actually smelled it. So I wanted to get the samples, so I got the little baby samples so I could try it out. And I think this stuff smells great. So I actually have purchased this in a full size because it was so good, because I used up the entire sample. I like Saint as well. I just don't like it quite as much as Sinner. And I have several deluxe sizes of Saint, or not deluxe sizes, whatever this size is. For a little while, my Playbox gave me one of these. It was also a point perk, and then I bought a lipstick and it came with it as well. So I have a whole bunch of these in both Saint and Sinner. Plenty of Saint for me to go around, and I bought a full size of Sinner, so I don't need any more. All right, now we're gonna move on to lip products. So this is a mixture of stuff I have used up and stuff that I realized I had that has probably gone terribly, terribly bad. So something I used up, that was the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lip in Outlast. So I had this in a little baby size. I think it came in a kit probably like 2 years ago. This stuff was awesome. It's actually my go-to lipstick when I'm doing theater and I'm wearing a red. Like, this guy is my red. Like, I love it. So I will put it on and I will wear it wherever it is I'm going. It's a wonderful lipstick, and I bought it in a full size because it's totally great. So I'm sad that it ran out. I can't get any more product out of it. The tube is just stained, but it was a great lipstick, and I highly recommend. And then I have 3 of these little guys. This came in a Sephora cream lip stain set. So I've got these 3 left. There was also a red one, which I gave to a friend because it just wasn't my red. So these are in the colors 05, 07, and 14. I don't remember the names of any of them, except I think this one is like Blackberry, this bottom one here. These are all really nice. I do like the Sephora lip creams, or cream lip stains, excuse me, cream lip stains. I have a couple of them. At some point I'll go through my entire lipstick collection and show you, and I do really like them. I do purchase them periodically, but I kind of think I have all the colors I want, because for my more normal everyday colors, I have those covered in a different brand. So I tend to only buy these if there's like a weird funky color that I need for something, because they are more inexpensive than some of my favorite brands are. And they dry down pretty well, they smell nice, and they stay most of the time. They will come off with food and that sort of thing. They have sort of like an artificial, like a blackberry, raspberry scent to them, which I actually like. It doesn't bother me at all, but be aware of that. But they're pretty nice, and you know, you get a lot of products out of these. I actually did, this one I actually used up. These 2, they just sort of, they're a little streaky and they don't go on nearly as well, so I'm getting rid of these guys. And then the last 2 sections of lip products, these have actually gone bad. So one of these is the Urban Decay Lip Junkie in Midnight Cowboy. So this little guy, I didn't actually realize I had him. He was inside one of my eyeshadow palettes. I think it was called the Fun palette. It's like a blue sparkly. It has an octopus on it. I had forgotten this was in there. It's really old. It's like 5 years old. It is completely like, I don't know if you can see it, it's congealed together. It doesn't smell bad, but I'm not putting that on my face. So I'm gonna throw that guy out. And then last up, we have this Urban Decay set. This is their old lipstick formula. Now they've switched to the Vice formula. I got these in a little kit, and sadly, all of them, I don't know if you can see this or not, they have a little white fuzz all over them. Now they were properly sealed. I keep my makeup in a cool and dry place. It's not like I don't keep them in the bathroom or anything like that, but all of these appear to be moldy, and that's disgusting. So I'm throwing these away. I do need to do a fuller declutter of my makeup products, not just because stuff has gone bad, but just because some stuff is old, some stuff just isn't used. I have stuff that's brand new that's never even been opened that I need to give it to another home. So that'll be another video that'll be happening in the future. So that's all of my empties that I have, and a few things that I'm decluttering because they've just simply gone bad. In addition to that, I also have my Back to MAC if you're interested in that. I keep that a little separate. This takes a lot longer to actually fill up because you need a certain number of products. So for example, I have the Studio Fix powder in N4. I had almost hit pan completely, so I had taken the whole center of this out, and then I dropped it and the rest of it fell out. So that's totally gone. I also have a lipstick here. I have the Viva Glam IV. There's nothing left of this. It's completely gone. Like, it's broken off. This was a really great lipstick. I just never... I wouldn't repurchase it. It was a lovely, like, sort of like creamy burgundy shade with some sparkle in it. I have better lipsticks now. I like MAC, but their lipsticks aren't my favorite anymore. I have a MAC Paint Really pot. This entirely dried out. And then I have a couple of eyeshadows. There's nothing really to see at this point because generally, if I've run out of an eyeshadow, it's because I've dropped it and it fell everywhere and it could not be repressed. Because once my eyeshadow touches the floor, it's game over, man. So this was in Beauty Marked, a velvet eyeshadow. This was in Club, which was a satin. And this was in Lucky Green. This was a Volux Pearl. This was a really light shimmery green. I don't remember what color satin was. I think it was like, oh, it was this like bluish, grayish, duochrome-y weirdness. It was pretty cool. And then Beauty Marked, I believe, is a purple, but frankly, oh yeah, it was a really dark, like glittery purple. All really good shadows. Again, once you drop them and the product gets all over the floor, it's game over. If you drop them and it stays in its thing, then I will make the attempt with the rubbing alcohol or the moon mousse or whatever the new hotness is. I will try to fix it. Otherwise, nah, it's too late. It's gone. So that's my Back to MAC. I don't actually have a lot of MAC products anymore. So when I Back to MAC this, I'm probably going to give it to a family member instead. But I figured it would be good at least to recycle it. And then all of this stuff, whatever can be recycled, will be, and otherwise it's going to go in the garbage. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.